You're watching the History Fella channel, and in this video we're looking at the Battle of Wyse Fork, also known as the Battle of Kinston, a battle fought in the Carolinas campaign of the American Civil War. At the end of February 1865, the port city of Wilmington had fallen to the Union troops under the command of Major General John M. Schofield. Schofield was then to move his forces inland from the coast and join with Major General William T. Sherman's forces at Goldsboro, North Carolina, where 3 Union armies would move against Confederate army being gathered under Confederate General Joseph E. Johnston. Schofield, with the units from Alfred Terry's Expeditionary Corps, moved north from Wilmington, while Major General Jacob D. Cox took his 23rd Corps Division and sailed up the coast and landed at New Bern in North Carolina. At New Bern, the Union forces were increased to 3 divisions and formed into a provisional corps with Cox in command. Moving towards Goldsboro, the Union forces repaired the railroad, which was to function as a supply route for Sherman's army group. Johnston's army was too far away to move against Schofield's divided forces, but General Braxton Bragg's forces, falling back from Wilmington, were within striking distance. So Bragg moved against Cox near Kinston. On March the 7th, Federal advance units encountered Bragg's entrenched forces along Southwest Creek east of Kinston. Bragg's position not only blocked Cox's path, but threatened the vital crossroad and the New Bern-Goldsboro Railroad. Cox saw the importance of this position and moved forward the divisions of Brigadier General Innes N. Palmer to protect the railroad and Major General Samuel P. Carter to protect the roads. Bragg's forces were also reinforced by veterans from the Army of Tennessee and the North Carolina Junior Reserves, all under the command of General D. H. Hill. Reinforced, Bragg went on the offensive and sent a division under North Carolina native Robert Hoke under the Union left flank. Hoke's attack hit a New England brigade in Carter's division, capturing an entire regiment, the 15th Connecticut Volunteer Infantry. Hill joined the advance with the Union reserves, but they panicked and refused to go any further. Hill left them behind and moved on with his veterans, hitting the Union brigade and defeating it. Disaster threatened the Union flank when Bragg stopped Hill's advance and sent him far to the north to counterattack a Union threat. When Hill arrived, he found no Federals in sight. At this time, Cox, who had been away from the front lines, returned and moved up to his reserve division under Major General Thomas H. Ruger to plug the gap between Palmer and Carter. Skirmishing continued for the next few days until Hoke tried again to turn the Federal left flank on March the 10th. The Federal position had been strongly fortified by artillery and repulsed Hoke's attack within an hour. Hill then moved against the Union centre, but again Federal artillery proved decisive and the attackers were repulsed. The remaining elements from the Federal 23rd Corps, which had just arrived in New Bern from Tennessee, were moving on Kinston, facing 5 Union divisions, so Bragg withdrew. Bragg had only momentarily been able to check Cox's advance. Schofield's forces reached 2 full corps and were organized into the Army of the Ohio. Sherman's armies, which had just defeated Johnston's army at Bentonville, joined with Schofield at Goldsboro on March the 23rd. Facing 3 Union armies, Johnston retreated to the north, and on April the 26th, Johnston surrendered to Sherman. If you found this video informative, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel.